Hey guys, how's it going? It's Joe Raiti from Raiti's Rides. And if you are a Porsche fan, I have something behind me that either you're going to love or you're absolutely going to hate. And I'm not telling you why yet because we'll keep that surprise for a few seconds. But, anyways, I'm standing in front of this classic 1975 Porsche 911. Now, what I like about these Porsches is that it's got that timeless look that I always talk about. But when you see a Porsche, you know it's a Porsche. It has that nice, beautiful shape. The 911, no matter if it's a new one, an old one, or anything in between, they have that wonderful shape. Now, with a Porsche 911, what's interesting about it is that they're a rear engine car. What that means is that the engine is actually going to be behind the rear axle. If you ever hear of a mid-engine car, we take that engine and put it in front of the rear axle. So that's the differences. So if you see a Ferrari and the engine is behind the driver, don't call it a rear engine because it's not. It's a mid-engine, but this has a rear engine. Let's go ahead and take a look at the front. I really love, RSR. Those names have such a big, huge heritage when it comes to Porsche racing. If you follow the IMSA WeatherTech series, they're still racing 911 RSR. So that's something very Porsche specific. If you're wondering, hey, where's the engine? Like I said, this engine is in the back. What you're looking at is actually a fuel cell. Now, if you've never heard of what a fuel cell is, fuel cells you find on race cars. When you're on a racetrack, if God forbid you get into an accident, you don't want a gas tank to split open and spew race fuel everywhere. The fuel is kept safe inside the fuel cell. There's actually like a foam material, stops it from sloshing around, and this thing is fully safe in case, God forbid, this person is ever in an accident on a track. And you can see there's lots of room up here. Obviously, if this was more a street going 911, you'd have plenty of room for any luggage or a spare tire or anything like that. But I really love the classic. One thing I want to point out, this one isn't a true RSR, but he added the front bumper here to help scoop air into the front of the car. It gives it a nice look, that nice race look. Let's go ahead and take a look down the side of the car. One thing that I really like about this car is that it has that Fuchs style wheel, that's traditional Porsche 911 wheel. These are obviously a little bit bigger, but that's okay because with these types of cars, you could modify them. And if you do it right, they come out really, really nice. I always love the shape of these fenders. Obviously, this is the fuel door because the engine is in the back, fuel goes up in the front. If you look down the side of this car, I really like the Carrera name in the door here. I think it gives it that classic look. That's something that a lot of Porsche people are really accustomed to see is that Carrera name down the side of a 911. Check out the inside of the car. What's really cool about this is that there's some mods that have been done to this car, but when you look inside, it looks like it just rolled out of the showroom back in the 1970s. It's unbelievable how the inside and the outside are so different. And get ready because here it comes. As I pan around the back here, here's the thing, either you love it or you hate it. We have underneath the back hatch of this car a LS V8 engine. I think for a second we just have to sit here and appreciate the engineering and the know-how that it took to get this V8 in the back of a Porsche. Because remember, traditionally a Porsche 911 is supposed to have a flat six. What that means is the pistons are laying down. It's a boxer motor, sort of like what you would find in a Subaru WRX or a WRX STI. This owner decided to go from mild to completely mind-blowing wild. That's a V8 that you would find in a Corvette or Camaro in the back of this Porsche 911. What engineering it took is just mind blowing, like I said, and it's really a nice, clean setup. I would love to see how this car handles on a track because already at the end of the day, there's a unique handling characteristic about a 911 because you have that engine past the rear axle. But with this thing, with the amount of power and torque and extra weight, I couldn't even imagine what would happen. But anyways, please let me know in the comment section. Is this really cool and you're giving it a thumbs up, or are you like, that is a disgrace? They just ruined a 911. Why would they do that? Leave that in the comment section. Well, you're not hurting my feelings. It's not my car. But anyways, if you like seeing stuff like this, let me know. Leave a comment in that comment section. Check out my website on radiesrides.com. If you have not been to my Instagram page, I have all original pictures and video on my Instagram page. And like always, guys, thank you for subscribing. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next ride.